Hello, Epic parents. I hope things are going well for you. I hope you're having a good Advent tonight at Epic. We had man and woman night. We separated the men from the women. We played games. We painted. I think everybody had fun. It was mostly a social night. The goal of the night was to start to develop a brotherhood and a sisterhood among the members of Epic. I really want them to be able to have good friends that they can relate to, that they can count on, that they can get past the different schools that they go to, and they can really have each other as they go forward. I want them to have brothers. I want them to have sisters. So I hope that has started to happen. I also wanted them to have good examples of masculinity and femininity. The girls had some wonderful moms there to be that example. We also had a couple Newman Center girls come, so that was good. Unfortunately, the seminarians weren't there tonight, so I was the only example. Hopefully I was a good example of masculinity for the guys tonight. I hope it was good. I think it was. The challenge I have for you parents is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but at the same time, it's a little bit complex. The challenge is to have a discussion, to ask your kids the question of what is masculinity or what is femininity? What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a woman? It's simple, but at the same time, it's complicated because of the culture that we live in. It's hard because when we think about the stereotypes of men and women, the examples we see on TV or celebrities, it's hard to find a good example of a man or a good example of a woman. It's difficult. And then at the other end, there's kind of a fear. I know I felt the fear in my own life as, the generation that I am, of even saying that there are differences between men and women. A lot of people don't like even saying that there's a difference between a man and a woman. But the thing is, the differences between men and women are good. Men are good. Women are good. They're good things. They're very complementary, and it's just good, and it's beautiful, and men and women are good. I think that's really, really important. I know, as a man, I strive really, really hard. I can't speak as well to women, but as a man, I try to respect women. That's one of the things I do as a man. I try to be forthright. I try to be virtuous. I try to be righteous. I try to seek truth. I try to be like Jesus Christ on the cross and be willing to lay down my life for other people, for men and for women both. I try to be a good example of masculinity to the guys at Epic. I try to be a good example of the way a man should treat a woman for the ladies at Epic. I try to do that as a man. I hope I succeed. I'm not sure. I probably don't always, but for the most part, I hope that I do. So it's simple but complicated. Think about yourselves. Think about your masculinity. Think about your femininity. If you need help, if you need guidance, look to Scripture. Look to Jesus Christ on the cross. He's the best example of masculinity we have. Look at St. Joseph. Look at Mary. She's the best example of femininity that we have, beautiful and virtuous and wonderful. Think about that. Look at Scripture. Look at Ruth. Look at the saints, St. Agnes and Lucy. Look at the apostles, St. Peter and Paul. Look at our popes. Look at the St. Teresa of Calcutta. There's all these wonderful examples in the church and in Scripture of femininity and masculinity. Look at the first couple chapters of Genesis to see the creation of man and woman. And just have that conversation. Try to be that example for yourself as parents. What does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a good father? What does it mean to be a good mother? So that's the challenge. Think about it. Pray about it. Talk to your kids about it. And it's just really good to have that conversation. It's easy to be confused in this day and age. It's easy to not be comfortable with yourself as a man or as a woman. But the challenge is to help your kids, empower your kids to be okay in their own skin, to be okay as a man, to be happy as a woman, just to be all right. It's good. It's fine. It's good to be a man. It's good to be a woman. So, yeah, think about that. Pray about that. And, yeah, that's all. Thanks. Bye.